Good morning and welcome to my channel. My name is Shoshana, and I want to talk a little bit about the energetic shifts that are happening on the planet right now. There are massive energetic shifts that are happening now. We can see it all around us and we can feel it inside of us. We can feel our emotions are like a sea. We have a sea of emotions, and we can see that there are earthquakes and volcanoes erupting and wars breaking out and change within structures and changes within our own internal structures as well. So, with all of these energetic shifts that are happening now, we have an opportunity to catch a wave. You could see it as waves coming in. And if you get on one of those waves, you can ride it. You can create massive change in your life. And now is the time because everything is changing inside. If you have the courage to go out of your comfort zone, to take a ride, to make a change, to let go of something that isn't serving you and move towards your dreams, then it will happen, and it will happen fast. You can create life changes, massive life changes, really quick now. It's an opportunity because everything is shifting around us. So it's like when you take a glass of water that has dirt at the bottom and you move everything around, you have the opportunity to change places within. So you can see this in the structure of countries. You can see this now with AI taking off. You can see that nothing is going to stay the same. So if you are holding yourself in place, you are going to be doing just that. You are going to be holding yourself, grounding yourself in place instead of allowing that flow to flow through you, around you, for you to flow on the energy, with the energy, through the energy. The energy is flowing through you regardless. So even staying in place is going to be painful now in these times. I can feel the shift within myself. I can feel this massive change, and I can see the changes are first happening within me in the way that I feel. I feel a lot more just let go and allowing, and more inspiration is coming to me, and I can see more opportunities and more possibilities. If you can connect to the energy that I am in right now, then you are already connected. You can um, catch a ride. You can connect to that energy and then find it within yourself, because every single emotion and every single possibility and every single version of you is lying within yourself, dormant, waiting for the opportunity to receive expression. So there are multiple timelines that are available to you. There are infinite timelines that are available to you. It's a matter of you shifting into those timelines. But from where you stand in this very, very moment, all options are open. So there are multiple opportunities and multiple timelines and multiple versions of you that are accessible to you from the place that you stand in right now. So I understand that, okay, if you are imagining your life in a completely different scenario, there is in the physical world, you can shift into it immediately in the energetic field. And then the physical world will have to follow in tow. But even in the physical world, you can see hundreds of different opportunities and options for you in this very moment. You can just decide, okay, I'm making this change, and boom, you make the change, right? So you can make the change in small ways, or you can make the change in massive ways. However you choose, you can do it in increments. You can do it where you can kind of feel safe in it, or you can just go all out and create a massive change in your life all at once. All opportunities are open. I remember before I had my awakening and started this awakening process back in 2012, but it was very close in the proximity of that time. And I remember I was just miserable. I was the most miserable I'd ever been in my life. I had I had a company. I had an unlimited um, uh, what are those? What are those cards? I had a platinum. Um, there's a certain company of credit card. I had a platinum credit card. I could buy anything that I wanted. I could fly wherever I wanted. I could do whatever I wanted. And I was the most miserable I had ever been in my life. I had a big house in the suburbs. I had a big company, and I was 140 kilo, which is around, I think, 370 pounds. I was an alcoholic, and I had all the money that I needed in the world to do anything that I wanted to, and I couldn't find joy in anything. I was in a marriage. I was miserable, and I remember getting home in my car and sitting outside in front of the house and not wanting to go in. And I remember sitting there and thinking to myself, I could just drive to the airport, buy a ticket to wherever. I was thinking India. Could buy a ticket to India, and I could just disappear and leave everything behind and start a brand new life. Of course, I didn't do that, but the option was open, and I was able to perceive that all options are open. So I did choose a different route, and my life did completely change. I remember also thinking I could just get in my car and keep driving. I could go up to Montana and be in the mountains. So all options are open. It is a matter of mindset and where we are stuck in our minds, because we can really, when we live in the free world and we have internet, right, we get to choose. Even the fact that you are able to sit there and watch this video, it means that you have at least that much freedom, and you have that much freedom in your mindset to even conceive or perceive or to be drawn to a video that is like this. So all options are open. And what is happening right now, there is a planetary shift. These are the times that we are living in, that we are seeing all of the prophecies come through. We can see it in the New Testament. We can see it in the Old Testament. We can see it in all the different religions. And we can see that people are breaking free of the big brother. People are because we are starting to interconnect from underneath, and we're starting to see through the matrix and see through the bluff, and the matrix and being controlled, and the masses is so out of touch with our animal instinct and nature that the whole systems are shaking. That's why wars are going along, happening now. That's why everything is fear-based now, trying to hold on to the old systems and the old ways. That's why everything is shaking in our reality. Um, uh, Countries are falling apart. Countries are trying to control one another. And the whole control, one man on top of another, telling another man what to believe, this has gone on for generations and generations and generations. And now the plastic generation, we're covering our bodies with plastic. What does plastic do? It blocks our electrical energetic signal from the universe, from the world, from the all, from God. Also shoes, we're disconnected from the ground. We're walking on the ground, but it's an illusion because we're disconnected, because plastic doesn't allow, I want to say circuit, but I know it's not circuit. It's like the flow of energy through it. That's why when you have metal, which is a conductor, you put plastic over it so that you won't get electrified. But it's an electric blocking. Not only does it block, but it also doesn't hold temperature. It doesn't hold cold. It doesn't hold heat. That's why the containers are also toxic. We're drinking from plastic bottles, And all of those toxins are we have microplastics in our body. So we are so out of sync. And that's something I keep on talking about, that I'm going to empty out my entire closet of everything that's plastic. And I keep on looking and seeing that I'm going to be left with hardly anything that is 100% natural. I'm going to do a video of it, but I don't want to get too far off point in this video, so that we can keep it short and concise. So with these energetic shifts that are happening now worldwide on the planet, first of all, we are all connecting now with AI, and all information is open to us, and our imagination, we can take our imagination as far as as far as we can imagine, we can go. And with AI, we can also put out our point much easier. Because I know with me, I'm a writer, and I published a book on alcoholism. It's below, and it is relevant for addiction in general, because it tells about the cycles that hold us in place within our addiction. So it is relevant for any kind of addiction. But I remember when I sat down and wrote that, I had to sit down and write it. And now I see that even with my videos, I can take the whole text of the video, and I can put it into AI and tell AI, okay, write me an article that summarizes the subject that I spoke about. And I can get a beautiful summary, go in and just edit that. And now it's so easy to put out your own information. Everything is accessible to us. So the power now is coming back to the people. And you can take power over your being. You can use these times to come out of your shell and to become um, in expression. If you can break free from the old mindset, break free from what you have been bombarded and taught all of your life, that constrains you and conforms you into the box, which when you are in the box, you are easily controlled by government, by the matrix. You are easily controlled. And how do they control you? With fear of scarcity. If you don't stay in the box, then the law is going to get you. You're not going to have what you need. You're not going to have that umbrella. But the truth is, there is no umbrella. The system is now set up to take from the people. It takes your freedom. It takes your years, all of your life. You're working for the system. You cannot not work, because you won't be able to eat. And so the system completely controls us now. And now is the time when, if you can see that, then you can work with it. We can't escape it completely, because there's nowhere to go. If I mean, unless you go off into a forest somewhere and you start growing your own fruit and you disappear completely, then there is nowhere to go. But when you can see it for what it is, then you can pull yourself outside of it, and you can play the matrix. That means that the whole world becomes your playground. You get to make the rules, as long as you kind of work within the structures, which is kind of like a game. Your whole life just becomes a game. And so you can escape the matrix and then play in the matrix, but from a place of kind of being above it. You can kind of be a Zeus of the matrix. And what is happening now in the planet with there's planetary shifts, and it's kind of like the egg and the chicken, what came first. So there's massive surges of energy now on the planet that you can catch a ride on, just like catching a ride on a wave. And you can use them, and you can add your power to the power of the universe. Everything's shaken up, so everything's up for grabs. You can make massive changes in your life now, as long as you believe that you can, and you know which direction you want to move in. You can take the reins of your life and start steering your life towards what it is that you want. And you can do it in small increments, because once you make a small change, get up and brush your teeth with your other hand. Start making your bed every morning if you don't already. Change your schedule. Mix something up. Come out of your comfort zone, because coming out of your comfort zone is breaking a template, of behavior. And once you can come out of your comfort zone in small things, you've already learned how to come out of your comfort zone, and you see that it's not detrimental. It's exactly the opposite. It builds you. You're out of your comfort zone. Now you know how to say what it is, and you start taking bigger and bigger and bigger steps coming out of your comfort zone. So, 1 minute. So, if you can shift internally, you can create these massive shifts in your life and steer your life towards where you want, and work through love. Work through love, not fear. Fear is constricting, love is expanding. So, I'm sending you guys so much love. Um, if you want to discuss options with me, if you want to get some perspective on your life, and discuss whatever it is that you're going through, I am opening up for personal sessions with me. You can contact me. My information is below, either through Facebook, through email, or through my website. And I'm sending you guys so much love. Thank you for watching.